This is CTC News with Wesley Qatar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Wednesday, January 9, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I'm Wesley Qatar and this is CTC News broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statius Mall. In tonight's headlines, Brighter Path Foundation holds brainstorming session to petition Dutch government, First Chamber delegation in Statia for two-day visit, Commissioner Snake speaks out against health care cuts during keynote address, cancellation weekly press conference. More on these local headlines after a word from our sponsors.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by UTLNV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
The Brighter Path Foundation organized a brainstorming and information session on Monday, January 7th, the eve of the arrival of the First Chamber delegation from the Netherlands. The purpose of the meeting was to pool and structure the concerns and grievances of the community at large and present them in a unified manner to the faction members of the First Chamber on Tuesday, January 8, 2013. The turnout at Lynn's Dream Bakery, where the meeting was held, was a mixture of persons from various sectors within the community. The meeting, which began a few minutes past 7 p.m., was officially opened with an invocation done by Mrs. Lynette Anson, who remarked that for a meeting of this magnitude, she always thought it best to seek God's guidance and presence. After about an hour and a half of what consisted of brainstorming and exchange of experiences since the implementation of the new constitutional status on 10-10-10, a list of questions and concerns was compiled and a number of people were designated to present these to the faction members. Topics addressed were the new healthcare changes, the present tax system, infrastructure, property tax, amongst other vital issues affecting the community. The Foundation has also drafted a letter on behalf of concerned citizens on Statia, which will be sent to the national government. In related news, members of the Brighter Path Foundations are busy conducting a survey as with regards to the changes after 10-10-10 and how the present constitutional status has affected the community. Persons interested in participating in this anonymous survey can stop by at Lynn's Dream Bakery in Golden Rock and collect a form. The Brighter Path Foundation has no political affiliations, and their main goal is to raise the level of awareness within the community about the people's right to self-determination. A delegation of the Dutch Parliament's First Chamber arrived in Sint-Eustatius for a two-day visit to the island. The Dutch senators were welcomed by Island Governor Gerald Burkel, Protocol Officer Mercedes Lopes-Spana, Community Advisor Alida Francis, and Rita van der Zee, Senior Policy Worker for Dutch Government Representative Wilbert Stolte, upon their arrival at Franklin D. Roosevelt Airport. the delegation led by Chairperson of the First Chamber's Permanent Committee for Kingdom Relations, Marijke Lindhorst, had a very busy schedule for their visit to Statia. Residents of Statia had the opportunity to meet one-on-one with the visiting members of the First Chamber during a 2-hour meet and greet at the Lion's Den. Apart from the recent healthcare cuts, other hot topics were also discussed with the visiting parliamentarians, among which was the high cost of living. The First Chamber's delegation was scheduled to meet with the Executive Council Wednesday, January 9, 2013. Later, they would fly over to Sabah for various meetings on Wednesday and Thursday. In his keynote address at the health fair held on Statia on January 8, Commissioner of Health, Mr. Kosnake, strongly criticized the measures taken by Health Minister Mrs. Edith Schipper, whereby major changes are made in the coverage of health care costs for the population of the Best Islands. He said he found it very unfortunate that the positive initiative of organizing the health fair has been overshadowed by the bad news from The Hague that the Minister of Health, Mrs. Edith Schippers, has decided to cut the health care insurance package of the people of the Best Islands in a similar fashion as how she has cut the package in the European part of the Netherlands. All 3 governments of the 3 islands, as well as the Organization of Local Physical Therapists, have sent strong letters of protest over this measure. Personally, I am very disappointed and upset, not only that this measure has been taken, but also about the way this has been handled, said Snake. In closing, the Commissioner went on to say, on any law, document, report, or whatever is coming our way, the public entities have 6 weeks to respond and comment. It is pretty clear that also this agreement has been violated. I have said it on more than one occasion. We were made to understand by the Dutch that when there is an agreement, afspraak is afspraak, and we were made known by them that we were not allowed to deviate from that. Again, it has become crystal clear that this only counts for us. It does not count for The Hague. You can anticipate, I guess, that in particular, not only as a European-born Dutch, but also as a proponent and defender of the status we are in, by measures like these thrown at us, I am starting to lose my trust in the decision-makers in The Hague, and my confidence in their honesty is dwindling rapidly. Please be informed that the weekly press conference has been cancelled as a result of the meetings with the Dutch delegations and our local authorities. We apologize for this inconvenience. However, we will resume next week, Wednesday, January 16, 2013, from 11 to 12 p.m. at the V.A. Lopes Legislative Hall. This has been a notice from the GIS station. In regional news, KLM to reduce fares to St. Martin this summer, St. Kitts Nevis eyes first ever solar farm. More on regional news and later international news after a word from our sponsors.
Don't touch that dot. To advertise your business or promote events, contact us at CTC on 318-1627, 318-4664, or 318-4453. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
Royal Dutch Airlines, KLM, will reduce its ticket prices for St. Martin this summer, announced St. Martin's Minister of Tourism and Economic Affairs, Romeo Pantoflet, at the vacation fair in Utrecht on Tuesday. Lower ticket prices will not only help to promote St. Martin as a tourism destination in the Netherlands, but will also make it easier for St. Eustatius and Sabre to sell their product on the Dutch market. As a result, packages offered by tour operators will be cheaper, while the individual consumer will also benefit. All three Windward Islands have seen increasing visitor figures from the Netherlands in 2012. The Netherlands, and in larger prospect Europe, is becoming an increasingly more important market for the three islands. Representatives of the Statia and Sabre Tourist Office at the vacation fair were elated about the news of lower KLM fares for St. Martin. The high KLM fares are a major obstacle for us, said Charles Lindo of the St. Eustatius Tourism Development Foundation. Both Lindo and Holm, who have attended the vacation fair numerous times, noticed an increase in inquiries. Curious-minded people have heard of St. Eustatius, and when they see the booth, they pass by for information, said Lindo, who added that St. Eustatius and Sabre closely collaborate in the area of tourism. Aside from Dutch and ecotourism, St. Eustatius is promoting itself as a destination for smaller, luxurious cruises. The common goal of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and Taiwan is to reduce the carbon emissions and also capitalize on the best gift from God, the sun. Speaking at a ceremony to mark the installation and operationalization of solar lights on the main road from Sandy Point to St. Paul's near the Robert L. Bradshaw Memorial Park, Taiwan's resident ambassador, Miguel Sao, said renewable energy is a must and also a trendsetter around the world that was gaining momentum in the Federation as a result of the collaboration between Taiwan and the government of St. Kitts and Nevis to promote renewable energy. Looking ahead, the Taiwan diplomat said there are other important initiatives, including the establishment of the first ever solar farm and the second phase of the agro-tourism demonstration farm early 2013. He added that the introduction of solar lights clearly demonstrates the strong determination and will of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the seamless coordination of my embassy. I do believe with our concerted efforts, we can reach our common goals in promoting renewable energy, said Sao. Sao pointed out that during the past month, no efforts were spared to speed up and accelerate the pace of the project and made an appeal for all citizens to do his or her part to harness renewable energy instead of relying on fossil fuel to build a green island into a reality. Tonight in international news, about 100 million Christians persecuted around the world. About 100 million Christians are persecuted around the world, with conditions worsening for them most rapidly in Syria and Ethiopia, according to an annual report by a group supporting oppressed Christians worldwide. Open Doors, a non-denominational Christian group, listed North Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan as the three toughest countries for Christians last year. They topped the 50-country ranking in 2011 as well. Syria jumped from 36th to 11th place on the list as its Christian minority, first suspected by rebels of close ties to the Assad government, has increasingly become a target for radical Islamist fighters, the report said. Ethiopia, which is two-thirds Christian, shot up from 38th to the 15th place in the ranking due to a complex mix of persecution dynamics, including attacks by radical Islamists and reprisals by traditional Christians against new Protestant movements. Mali came from no listing from 2011 to 7th place because the Sharia rule, the Islamist Ansar Deen group, imposed on the north of the country not only brought harsh punishments for the Muslim majority, but also drove the tiny Christian minority, it said. There are over 65 countries where Christians are persecuted, said the report, released on Tuesday by Open Doors, which began in the 1950s, smuggling Bibles into communist states, and now works in more than 60 countries. An estimated 100 million Christians worldwide are persecuted, the United States-based group said in the report. All but one of the 50 countries in the list, Colombia, which ranked 46th, were in Africa, Asia, or the Middle East. Up next, your 3-day weather report. More on local weather conditions on Statia, Sabre, and St. Martin after a word from our sponsors.
everything we do, there is a risk, and many times our eyes are caught up on the prize. But even though there are risks, there are many ways we can protect ourselves. Be wise with the choices you make. Be smart and protect your choices. Protect yourself.
Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl. You know I care, girl. 'Cause it's love that we share. I will steer it in the right direction. Don't have no fear. Oh my yeah, I'll be there, girl. You know I care, girl. 'Cause I care.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast. We will begin on St. Eustatius and Saba. Tonight, Wednesday, January 9th, we'll have late showers and winds at a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 22 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, January 10th, AM showers with a temperature of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 21 miles per hour. On Friday, January 11th, scattered showers with a temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 19 miles per hour. We now move to St. Martin. Tonight, Wednesday, January 9th, late showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Thursday, January 10th, AM showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds east-northeast at 17 miles per hour. Finally, on Friday, January 11th on St. Martin, scattered showers with a temperature of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with winds northeast at 15 miles per hour. That was your 3-day weather forecast for the islands of Statia, Saba, and St. Martin. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been another edition of CTC News. CTC broadcasts live 3 times weekly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30 p.m. CTC News can be viewed online via www.ctcreativity.com or followed on CTC Radio 101.9 FM. Join us again on Friday as we bring you more current reports, but until then, do have a good one.